Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible to you guys. So, after a long time, I'm here with cat before cat, right? It's been really long. I took the first class and maybe one class more, and then I don't know. So, how are you guys doing? How are preparations? Good evening, Devishri, Richa. All right. So I can see very few people joining in live today. Is that the normal strength? So mensuration is all about formulae. There are a lot of formulae which we'll be using to calculate areas, volumes, perimeters. Okay, so we'll just go one by one. By the way, crash course has started. There's a price drop of 6,000. Coupon code is last chance. Okay, cool. Now, so mensuration, I can divide this into two parts, 2D and 3D. 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. So we deal with 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional figures, right? Hey Aduri, hi. 27. That I think so. You just passed out of class 12th this year only. 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. So anything which looks like a plane, a paper is a 2-dimensional object. Okay, any surface is 2-dimensional because see, this is a board on which I'm writing. This board has some kind of height also, which is not visible to you guys. So what is visible to you? It's a 2-dimensional object is visible to you, right? But it essentially is a 3-dimension. So basically, sometimes some objects are 2 dimensions, sometimes what is visible to us is 2 dimensions. Third is not visible in some cases. Do you understand that, all of you? If you look at a sphere, look at a cube or a cuboid, just one face of it, so you won't be getting to know whether it's a 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional. Okay, so in 2 dimensions, there are multiple things, squares, rectangles, all that stuff is there. So this is the easy part, won't be dealing with it, we'll be dealing with 3 dimensions. In 3 dimensions, the basic figures, so we'll just revise all the formula really quick. Okay, so starting with cubes. What's a cube? A 3-dimensional figure where all 3 sides are equal. Let the sides be A each. So here we can see how many faces do we have. Faces means this is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and the phase 4 is not visible to you guys right now. Okay, it's just opposite to phase 1. Similarly, phase 5 is opposite to phase 2, and phase 6 is opposite to phase 3. All right. So if I want to draw a diagram, kind of transparent sort of diagram, this is how more or less the cube will look like. Okay. Now the faces are visible to you guys, yes or no? So overall, every face is a square, isn't it? That means one face would be having an area of a square. Because the area of square is side into side, and sides are same. How many faces do we have here? We have 6 faces. That means the surface area of a cube must be 6a square, and the volume will be a cube. Product of all the sides. All right. Is that clear? Okay, so I'll be doing quick revision of it, and I'm assuming that you guys will be writing it. Okay, written. Now, the next figure, which will obviously be a cuboid. So a cuboid has again 3 sides, but all 3 sides are not essentially equal. So this is length, this is breadth, this we call as height. Now you see here, so if I mark the faces 1, 2, 3, so face 1 and face 4 will be similar, same, exactly same, congruent. So face 1, its area will be L times H, L into H. phase 2 is B into H, and then we have L into B. Now these things are happening twice. So I'll just multiply this by 2. This comes out to be the area. Is that clear? So phase 1, phase 4. So we'll have to count it twice. Overall, we'll be having 6 faces only, be it a cuboid or be it a cube. Alright, now coming to volume of a cuboid must be length into breadth into height. Any doubt? I don't think there's any doubt over here. Okay, we'll do a few questions and we'll be pretty clear how to use these formulae. Hi Ronak, Ritika, Nilu. Alright. So, having said that, now the next one, which is very common, and you know what, I have seen so many living things around us, their major skeleton is cylindrical only, right? There are two types of cylinders which we can see in daily lives. Like tube or a pipe is also a cylinder, but in that cylinder there is no top and there is no bottom, isn't it? A tube or a pipe, so you must have used a tube to water plants, isn't it? So there is no top and no bottom. Then there are jars, containers, kitchen jars in which you store something. So that has top and the bottom as well. So you'll be having two kinds of cylinders. One is hollow, we can call it hollow, like tubes and pipes. Other will be not hollow, it will be filled up. Okay. So essentially, if you want to visualize a cylinder, how does it look like? So if you have any kind of circle with you and you kind of move this circle like this, you will feel that a cylinder has been made. So if I want to find the surface area, now there are two kinds of surface area over here. One is curved surface area, curved. This is the curved surface area. So 2 pi r happens to be the circumference of a circle, and if it is counted h times, why h? Because the height of the cylinder is h. So 2 pi r h will be giving us the curved surface area. Alright, but at the very same time, if the cylinder is filled, it's a solid cylinder, in that case we'll be having a top and a bottom, and the top and the bottom will be square. So total surface area, if I try to count it, it has to be pi r square 2 times. Okay, also depends on question to question. Some questions they will say a jar is open, so it will just be having the base but not the top. Depends on the question, right? But overall, generally speaking, 2 pi r square is for the top and the bottom, plus 2 pi rh for the curved surface area. I can take 2 pi r common here, left with r plus h. Alright. Yes, Arithro, along the third dimension, z axis. I read a comment. Why did you delete it? Z axis and third dimension. Cool. So this is cylinder. Alright. I hope all of you written that. In fact, you've done that also in the class. Hello, Yuvraj. Clear? Okay. The next one will be a cone. A cone, if you say cone, this is not the correct mathematical term. The correct term will be right cylindrical cone. Right circular cone. Why do we call right circular cone? Because the base is a circle and this vertex, if it drop a perpendicular, it will be the center of the circle. That is what called right circular cone. That is what we call it. Alright. Now, the cones can also be of two types. You must have seen a few caps, birthday caps, the Christmas caps. So they are hollow, right? And they can also have a base. Both are possible. So if I talk about curved surface area, how do I calculate it? This is r, this thing is h. Now this slant height here, that is L, and is given by square root of r square plus h square by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so curved surface area is given by pi rl, and total surface area will be inclusive of the base as well, which happens to be a circle. Area is pi r square. So I can just take pi r common. In the bracket I'll have r plus l. Right? All of you got that? Similarly, the volume of a cube is given by 1 by 3 pi r square h. It's the 1/3 of a cylinder. Okay. I hope all of you have written this. Okay. Next comes sphere. Sphere. Circle from all sides. I can't even draw a sphere. The problem is if I draw a circle or a sphere, it looks the same, right? Okay, so the radius is r here. This is the center. Area is given by 4 pi r square, 4 times the area of a circle. And the volume is given by 4 by 3 pi r cube. I just love spheres because somehow the entire universe is made of spherical bodies. All the heavenly bodies are essentially spherical, right? Any star, planet, satellites. That was a question which I always asked myself when I was a kid, and then I got to know the reason when I grew up. But that was really fascinating, isn't it? Did this question fascinate you as well, or made you curious? And even we believe the universe is also spherical. That's what we believe, we don't really know. Okay, well, if you have broken a thermometer, or it accidentally got broken, you must have seen mercury drops. They are spherical. They assume the shape of sphere. Anyways, now, so having said that, there is one thing which I want you to understand, and that is called prism. So prism is a highly misinterpreted solid, actually. Okay, so when you were young kids, the first thing in 6th or 7th standard, you must have known about Newton's prism experiment. And through that prism, Newton actually found the visible spectrum of 7 colors, Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So if you have seen that picture, right? You have seen the picture, right? Newton is there, he has a prism, and there is the window has a hole, door has a hole, he puts it there, and then visible spectrum is there, right? So if you have seen that clearly, the prism looks like this. That is how the prism looks like, and the light goes through here. Also, if some of you love rock music, rock bands, there's a band called Pink Floyd. Their symbol is this only, prism. How many of you are Pink Floyd fans? Because I am a big fan of Pink Floyd. So this is how prism looks. But how to define a prism? A prism is nothing but the third dimension projection of any two-dimensional figure. Sounds weird, but I'll just tell you what does it mean. So if I have a circle, okay, and I project it in the third dimension, so there is length and breadth, circle is in length and breadth. But if you try to imagine it in this way, that there is this, let me say this is the x-axis, okay, and this is the let's say y-axis. Then x and y is the circle, and if I project it along the z-axis, it grows. So a lot of circles are there, lot of circles, and if I keep on putting the circle one over one on the top of each other, I'll be getting a cylinder in the end. So essentially, cylinder is also a prism. What kind of prism? Circular prism. Do you understand that? The cylinder is a circular prism. The prism that Newton used was a triangular prism. It was not just prism, it was triangular prism. That is the problem. I don't know, I think in the childhood itself we should have been told that it's triangular prism. So we can create, any number of prisms. In fact, cuboid is also a prism, cube is also a prism. Do you understand that? So you take any area, any weirdest possible area, even this is a weird area, and you project it one over one, it will be some kind of prism, right? All of you got that? So to find the volume of the prism, we just need to know what its base is. So whatever is the base, we will just multiply the area of base with its height. That is the formula for volume of prism. All right. And depending on the structure, we can also find the area. All of you, is that clear? No. Syamantak, pyramid is not a prism. You have written this. Should I erase it? I'll tell you what pyramid is. मिटा दो इसको. Okay. So, when I discuss the triangular prism, once more, let's see it. This is the base, and I want to kind of grow it like this. So it might grow like this. Let's say यहाँ तक पहुँचा, ये यहाँ तक पहुँचा. Pay attention. This goes till here. This goes till here. All right. And this is how the prism would have looked like. Do you understand that? Yeah, Samantak and everyone. This is the prism, the triangular prism. But if you talk about pyramid, this is the triangular base, and so just imagine it. I am pulling out all the faces of triangles in the third dimension. I get a prism. But here, if I just move a point inside the triangle, normally we take the centroid, and if I pull it like this, only this, not the faces, You get it? Not the sides, just the midpoint, the centroid in this case. I pull it. So what kind of figure do you see? There will be a point that grows outward, and all the vertices will be connected to that point. Now you see the difference? Clear? That is the pyramid. Cool. And to find the area or the volume of pyramid, we need to know the dimensions, because essentially it is triangle, so we know the formula for triangles. Okay, let's go to the questions now. The first question. I'll give you 2 minutes for each of the questions. Aryan has the answer here, okay. Erythro has it as well. It's an easy question. The only thing depends on how you draw the diagram. How many of you are not able to approach this? See, the approach is simple. You'll know the approach only if you know all the properties. Okay, so we have a sphere. Now, you know what? We humans cannot draw three-dimensional figures. It is impossible for us to draw. Our paper, our board, everything is two-dimensional. So what we do, we just try to draw the cross-section of it. So cross-section of a sphere is basically a circle, and a rectangular box, they mean to say cuboid, is basically, the cross-section is a rectangle. So it is inscribed in a sphere, and its surface area is 1846, and the sum of the lengths of all its edges is 144 centimeter. Okay, that's great. Hey Ankit, good evening. Okay, so if I try to do that, now look at this. It was a cuboid, but from cross section looks like a rectangle. Tell me something. If I try to join, the diagonal, so would this diagonal of the rectangle be equal to diameter of the circle or the sphere? Circle will chalega, but यहाँ problem ऐसा है 3 dimension में जा रहा है. That is the problem. So if you can imagine it clearly, if you try to inscribe a rectangular box, which means a cuboid, so the cuboid's body diagonal will be equal to the diameter of the sphere. Is that clear? All of you? The body diagonal of the cuboid will be equal to, right, this is the most important part which we need to know. That is what we need to take care of. Now try to solve this, those who could not solve earlier. Done, everyone? Anyone who still has problem? All of you can do that? What do we know? Sum of the lengths of all its edges, all the edges, is 144. All right. So how many edges do we have here? Okay, Aryan, no problem. Cuboid ka area, this volume is given to us. No, area is given to us. Okay. So that means twice of LB plus BH plus LH is given to us, that is 846 square centimeters. Sum of all the lengths. कितना हो जाएगा? How many lengths do we have? Who will tell me that? How many edges do we have? Bolo? 12 edges, right? Nobody is saying anything. 12 edges, can you imagine that? So 4 will be lengths, 4 will be breadths, and 4 will be heights. That means 4 times L plus B plus H is given to us, that is equal to 144. Now we get proper idea of a lot of things. So L plus B plus H is nothing but 36. We can divide 144 by 4, and if I solve it here, I'll just change the ink. LB plus BH plus LH will be equal to 423. Right? We have two equations, and based on that we need to find the volume of this sphere. Okay. The volume sphere will be equal to how much? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now how do we find the relation between r? So this radius should be equal to the body diagonal, that is root of L square plus B square plus H square. ऐसा होना चाहिए, radius नहीं, diameter होना चाहिए. Alright, that is what we have. Now we can use the algebraic identity. Which identity? In which? You remember the identity? L plus B plus H whole square, this identity. What do I get? I'll get L square plus B square plus H square plus what? Plus what do we get? Twice of this guy, twice of LB plus BH plus LH. वैसे ये इसको आधा करने की जरूरत थी ही नहीं, ऐसे ही आंसर आ रहा था. So what do I get? Simple. 36 square is equal to. Is it visible? थोड़ा सा hodgepodge हो गया है क्या? Let's draw a line here. L square plus B square plus H square. That's what you want to know. और मैं से ये क्यों लिखूं? What do I need? I need the radius. I can just assume this to be equal to 4r square, right? Here, if I take the square on both the sides, this is what I get. So it becomes easy for us. 4r square, and this guy is already 846. Let's solve this and get the value of r. Clear? 36 square is 1296. 1296. Right? 36 square is 1296. Minus 846 is how much? 450. Is it 450? Okay, which means the value of r will be square root of 450 by 4. थोड़ा सा अजीब सा आ रहा है, but ठीक है. 2 बाहर निकल गया in 450, 9 into 50. So I can take 3 here and 9 into 50. Okay, 3 into 5 root 2. So 15 by 2 root 2 is what I'm getting. Is that right? All of you got the same? Okay, let's put it here and get the answer. By the way, we can also cancel out root 2 by root 2 times. 15 by root 2 is the radius. Put it here and get the answer. 4 by 3 pi into r cube. 15 cube upon root 2 cube. देखो सॉल्व करने पे क्या आ जाएगा. आंसर इज बी. रूट 2 आएगा ही आएगा. ठीक है. So it's a lot of calculation is required in this question, visualization, and then this algebraic entity is required. A lot of calculation is there, but it's not a very difficult question. This must be done if it comes in CAT. Next one. Yeah, Pranam, answer is B. This seems a very nice question, isn't it? That is how CAT questions are made. Not just one topic, mix of 2 or more topics, right? This looks like a mix of geometry, mensuration, and at the very same time, algebra. Arithro has the answer already. Well done, Arithro. Did you use calculus? I knew it. Yes, Arithro. I would have done the same. But you know what? When you train people for CAT, you can't use calculus. No? Without using calculus, how would we do it? That's the challenge. How many of you are using calculus? Ankit, Ashish, is that what you're using? Okay. And how many of you are not able to solve it at all? The question is, it is like this. So we have a rectangular plot where they're charging 200 per feet along one side and rupees per feet along the other three sides. Why? If the area of rectangular plot is this 60,000 square feet, then the lowest possible cost of fencing of all four sides is equal to what? All right. So I can do one thing. I can what can I do? मैं मान लेता हूँ, ठीक है. This is L, B and B. Now obviously if I want to reduce my cost, then I would be giving 200 to the lower side, the side which is less in length, that is B. So let me say that here we are spending 200 and baki 100 in the remaining three sides. Is that clear? So what do I get? I get 200L plus 300B. This is going to be my cost overall. Is that right? All of you? Yeah. That's going to be my cost. Yes or no? Now let me make it very simple. 200L, Siddhant, hi, plus 300B is what we are discussing about. All of us know one thing, arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to the geometric mean. So, iska arithmetic mean kya aa jayega? 200L, we have two things, plus 300B whole upon 2 should be greater than or equal to the square root of their product, 200 and 300. Okay, 60,000 times LB. Looks good. अंकित के आगे तुमने अंडरस्कोर ए लगा दोगी तो मुझे कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा? Is that clear now? अच्छा, मुझे एक बात बताओ. What is the area? 60,000 only. यार हमारी लाइफ कितनी simplified हो गई है ना? I just love arithmetic and geometric means, so I'll send 2 here. And LB is also 60,000. 60,000 into 60,000 square root. तो 60,000 only. आंसर ही आ गया ना सीधा. 1,20,000. कम से कम 1,20,000 लगेगा. Arithro, do you think that this method took less time than the calculus? The calculus doesn't take much time, but this could have been done just mentally. Yes? All of you got that? How many of you did it this way? Those who did, it's great. Those who did not, just note this down somewhere and make it a point that you go through it. Yeah, Arithro, this is much quicker. This could be done orally actually. In the mind, you could have solved that. Chalo, let's go to the next one. Hey Ashish. Yeah, Aditya, that's right. Aditya is the quickest one here. Others, good. Avi, Ankita. How many of you could not do it? There are multiple ways to solve it, and I think a lot of you are solving in the traditional approach, which will kill a lot of time. I will do something which is, really quick. Let's see how many of you have done that. It's all 27, two pieces. Okay, so this thing is 9 and this thing is 18. Is that right? Okay. Difference in the volume of the two pieces is 225 cubic centimeter. The volume in cubic centimeter of the original cone is, okay, nice. Arithro, exactly. We can use similarity. That's the right way of doing it. Tell me, guys, how have you done it? By using similarity, or you actually tried to calculate the volume and then subtract and then get something? Yeah. Others, Avi, Ankita, how did you guys do it? All of you, look at this. देखो मैं कितना सिंप्लीफाई कर दूंगा. Nobody is saying anything. 9 and 18. So tell me something. If I try to, kind of, because it will be similar, so things will be proportional, all that stuff is there. Okay, we know that. So if this guy is 1, this guy will be 2. Is that right? And this whole guy will be 3. Understood? Yeah. Makes sense. That is the ratio of linear quantities. Linear is one side, one perpendicular. Okay, but we're dealing with cubes. That means everything is 1 here. Whatever take the ratios, whatever the ratio is, overall it is 3. So 3 cube is overall, 1 cube is the top one. The difference between 3 cube and 1 cube is equivalent to 225. ये सही है, ये सही नहीं है. This will be just this. So there, and whatever you have got here, उसमें से this will be this part, and this part is 1. You need to subtract that as well. Okay, if you paid attention, I have used these 3 lines, which means equivalent, not equal. Do you understand? So 3 cube minus 1 cube is 27, minus 1 is 26, minus 1 is 25. 25 units for me are equivalent to 225 units for this question. Okay? I want to find the volume of the original cone, which in my language is 27, 3 ka cube. So let's solve this. So 25 becomes 225. How? By getting multiplied by 9 times. 27 becomes 9 times of itself, that is 243. How is this? Looks good? Is that clear? I did not use any formula, nothing. I just, did something really cool and we got the answer. So how many of you did it this way? जो नहीं किया वो क्लियर तो हो गया ना. लेट्स गो टू, ये इतना ऊपर कैसे चला गया? ओके, आई विल जस्ट ट्राई एंड ब्रिंग इट डाउन. हियर वी गो. लुक्स गुड. ओके. Okay, are we? Only Abhi has got it. Others? Good, Aritra. What shape is a brick? It's a cuboid, right? It's a cuboid. So diagonals will be square root of L square plus B square, square root of B square plus H square, and square root of L square plus H square. This is how they will look, okay? They'll be calculated. So the ratio is 3 is to 2 root 3 is to root 15. We don't know which belongs to what, so we'll, without any order, we can just assume that. Now I can see this guy is 3k. This is 2 root 3 times k. And this one is root 15 times k. I hope you don't mind. And then taking square of both the sides, I get L square plus B square as 9k square. B square plus H square is how much? 2 to the 4, 3. 12k square, and then L square plus H square will be equal to 15k square. Wow. Life is sorted. Now I can calculate the values of LBH. Okay? I can calculate the value of LBH. How do I do it? I don't think I even need to explain that, right? If I add all of it, I'll get 2 times L square plus B square plus H square. Let's add all of it. 9, 12, 21, 36k square is what we get. Which means the value of L square plus B square plus H square is equal to 18k square. That's what we have. Clear? And based on that, we can calculate the value of LBH. So if this is the equation number 1, this is the equation number 2, the equation number 3, let this be equation number 4. If I subtract 1 from 4, I'll get H square, that is 9k square. If I subtract 2 from 4, BH chala gaya, I'll get L square, that'll be equal to 6k square. If I subtract third equation from fourth, LH chala gaya, I'll left with B square, that'll be equal to 3k square. That's what we have. Is that right? Which kya raha hai ye? Ratio of length of shortest to its longest. Wow. So sweet. So longest is this one. So H will be equal to 3k and B will be equal to k root 3. Kya mazak hai ye? Just divide this. So 3k upon k root 3. 3 by root 3 is the answer. 1 by root 3 by 1 हो जाएगा ना. Shortest to. अच्छा वो उल्टा पूछा गया. ठीक. Is that clear? Okay, simple question. Going to the next one. Ankita, are you my student? And there are two Ankitas, but both have the same ID. बाकी सबका नाम जानता हूँ मैं, देवीश्री को मैं जानता हूँ, अरित्र को कभी भूल ही नहीं सकता, अभी कृष्णा को हमेशा जानता हूँ, सुमित को भी जानता हूँ, सिद्धांत को भी जानता हूँ. And there is no sixth person who is commenting. Wow. This is going to be an easy question, I must say. Right circular cone of height 12 feet. All right. Stand on its base. जैसे अपने पैरों पे खड़ा हो गया. Looks like that. With its diameter of 8 feet. So the radius is 4 feet. And the height is how much? 12 feet. Tip of the cone is cut off with a plane which is parallel to the base and 9 feet from the base. बहुत अच्छी बात है. This is 9. So this must be 3. Wow. With the pi this, the volume in cubic feet of the remaining part. Seriously? Why are they even asking that question? Well, so by putting in similarity, 3 upon this in this triangle, these two triangles, this triangle is smaller than the larger one. 3 upon 12 must be equal to, if this is radius r, must be equal to r upon 4. So this becomes 4. So काम बन गया. So r is equal to 1. Is that right? R is equal to 1. So basically you need to subtract the volume of these two cones. 1 by 3, larger cone, pi times r square, 4 into 4 into h is 12, minus 1 by 3 pi. एक काम करूँगा, इसे कॉमन ले लूँगा 1 by 3 pi को. So 1 into 1 into 3. Is that all? Yeah. 22 by 7 बोल रहा है वो. 22 by 7 into 3. 4 4s are 16 into 12 is how much? 192 minus 3 is 189. कैंसिल भी होगा. 21 9s are, क्या ही चाहिए लाइफ में, सब कुछ हो रहा है तो आसानी से. 198. बस खत्म. That's it. इसको तो सॉल्व भी नहीं किया, मैं बस स्टेप्स लिख रहा हूँ और सॉल्व हो गया. Anyways, coming to next one. Oh, we have two kinds of answers. One is 30, other is 150. Okay. That is interesting. Let's see. Let's check out. It was cylinder earlier. The gold ingot, cylindrical shape में था वो. The height of each cone, okay, and they are, okay, molten and made into new ingots which are conical. Height of each cone, चलो ठीक है. So first cylinder, बड़ा सा cylinder था, and then we had a lot of small conical ingots. Okay, so it says the height of each cone is half the height of original cylinder. That means if this guy is, let's say h, this will be h by 2. All right, what else? And the area of circular base of each cone is 1/5 of that of circular base of the cylinder. So if I assume this to be r, this becomes pi r square. They say that here the area of the this circular base is 1/5. That means it's pi r square by 5. Now how is that even possible? It's possible if here the radius is r upon root 5. Is that clear? Do you understand that? Cool. I think that is the mistake which Anusuya must have committed, right, Anusuya? So let's say we can make n smaller ingots like this. So pi r square h total must be equal to n times, now 1 by 3 into pi, here r is r by root 5 square, and h is h by 2. That is how what we are going to solve now. R square get cancelled out. H and h got cancelled out. Pi and pi got cancelled out. Wow. We are so lucky. Everything gets cancelled out. That means n is equal to, I will send 3 here, 5 here, and 2 here. I get n as 30. Is that clear? Anusuya, I know. Looking at your answer, I understood that where you went wrong. No, Ritu, ऐसे भी आ जाएगा. Why do write max number of ingots? That's not required. अच्छा, मैं इसको एक और तरीके से करूँ. Just in mind. Guys, tell me, all of us know one thing for sure, that for the similar height and similar radius, 1/3 is the volume of the cone. That we know, right? That we absolutely know. So 3 तो बनने ही बनने हैं. That is for sure. Now it says the height of the cone is half. That means double बनने हैं. Then it says जो area है, area. Now area is a square unit, okay, pi r square. But here they have made our life easier by not giving the ratio of r, but by giving the ratio of area itself. How stupid are they? So 5 times उसको भी कर देते हैं. And I got the answer. All right. Maybe they're not stupid. They wanted, that people who solve this do this in a long way and repent afterwards. All right, next question. आयुष्मान, तुम यही बोल रहे थे क्या? Hey आयुष्मान, I think you joined late. I think this is the last question. बहुत लेट आए. कोई नहीं. Some are saying 4, some are saying 3. Siddhant says 4. Or Aritrud Avi says 3. Okay. Let's see what others have to say. Looks like a nice question, isn't it? Ankita says 4. All right. Ayushman also has 3. Okay. The answer is 4 actually. Hey Diksha, you also joined very late. When I'm about to go, you just came. Okay. Now we need to imagine this. There's a sphere. I just cut it. So now I have 2 hemispheres. All right. Originally these guys were, it was basically 4 pi r square. Moment I do it, I have made 2 circles. एक यहाँ पे with pi r square unit each. So 4 pi r square is already there. 2 more आ गए. फिर मैंने बीच से ऐसे काट दिया. So I got this. Which shape is this? I have seen something like it. कोई मिठाई ऐसी होती है. So obviously 2 pi r square more. Basically every cut you make, every cut you make along the diameter, you will be generating 2 new circles. Simple. So 4 becomes 8. So 2 becomes 4. Okay? The main thing here is whenever we cut a sphere diametrically, it will generate 2 new circles. Clear? Is that cool? One more question. क्या अंकिता क्या बोल रही हो? 5 liters will be required to paint all the. Why? You are giving some kind of discrete coded messages. I'm pretty sure this is not mathematical, judging by the emoji that you made. So what exactly is it? How come you have got Avi and Arithro A as the answer? Did you calculate? Okay. What is the this thing? Area of a cube. It's 6 times the side square. So 3 different cubes, let's say, sides are A, B, and C each. So 6A square plus 6B square plus 6C square is given to us. It is equal to 564. That's great. I can take 6 common, so I'll get A square plus B square plus C square as 6 9s are 54, 6 4s are 24. We got 94. Okay. Possible values, some of their volumes are. Okay. So now, tell me something. Possible values, some of their volumes. ठीक है. Well, basically, we need to find A cube plus B cube plus C cube. And this, in all the options, we have two different combinations. That means this particular equation should be having 2 solutions, right? So option gives us enough data that we need to break it in. So basically we want to represent 94 as sum of 2 squares, right? Sum of 2 squares. How would I do that? You know, how would I do that? Everybody pay attention. First, I'll try to pick the highest, the greatest square which is less than 94, which happens to be 9 square. That is 81. I need 13 more. 13 तो 4 और 9 से बनता है. 3 square is 9 and 2 square is 4. Oh, wow, I got it. Do you understand what I did here? All of you? Getting it? क्या किया मैंने? मजा आ गया? What next? So I'll take 8 square, which gives us 64. Remaining is 30. Can I make 30? 30 बनाने के लिए मेरे को क्या करना पड़ेगा? Both the squares should be odd or both should be even. And 30 is a small number. We can just check in our mind as well. 2 square is 4. 4 plus 26. 9 plus. No, it's not possible. 4 square 16. हो ही नहीं रहा. 2 3 4 check करना था बस. That's not a proper thing. Let's take 7. 49. 4 9. 45 और चाहिए. 45 more. 45 I think can be made. 45 can be made, right? 45 can be made how? Yeah, 36 plus 9. 6 square is 36 and 3 square is 9. 2 possibilities. Put the values and get the answer. That's all. यही है ना? Okay, yeah. All right. All of you got it? Cool then. So now I will go to the next question. I think there's no next question. Yeah. 2025 CAT crash course has started. I think all of you are part of it. Those who are not can just go and call on the support number and get enrolled if they like to. It will be having everything, all the things that you normally do in the live classes, the practice, the dashboard and everything, even the mocks and the marathons. Alright then, take care all of you. I'll see you again in some of the in some class. Alright then, take care. Good night. चुड़ैल तो मुझे याद है. मैं I think I was taking a marathon. It was algebra marathon, right? चुड़ैल. What's your name? अब तो बता दो. You took subscription yesterday. In fact, you know, I wrote a story on चुड़ैल्स. Some people know it. Malik, I come live every day. Not every day. But yeah, I think 2 days in a week I come live. But because CAD is near, so frequency of me going live will be high for at least for these next 3 months. Orithro, it has started already. Some classes have been taken on YouTube, I think. And the paid batch will be made this weekend. I think from Monday it will be done. Diksha, in last batch, when do I think geometry will start? Geometry will take some time because we'll start with algebra. I think I'm going to take your classes from the next week, Diksha. It comes to algebra, I chip in. So algebra will be taking close to 9 classes. Even if I, let's say, do 5 classes a week, it'll take 2 weeks. And then geometry. Probably we can do geometry with the crash course. We can do that. Moreover, geometry has got 3 to 4 questions in the real CAT. So, but algebra is very important. I think we should focus on that, more. Malik, for that, I think you're a part of some WhatsApp group. Every video, even if this video goes to the description, you'll find a link to the WhatsApp group. Just click over there and join that group. You will get all the updates. Arithro midnight classes for me is not possible actually, because Raj sir and Shabana ma'am have their studios at their homes. But I stay in Gurgaon and the studio is also in Gurgaon, 15 kilometers away. So obviously at the night I cannot stay here in the office. That's the reason. Otherwise, obviously I would have taken. All right, Diksha, chalo. Okay, Malik. Arithro, bye. Take care. Devishi, tomorrow marathon is, I think, by Kamal sir. Okay. I have planned a few marathons for you guys. I'll tell you on Monday. There's a huge plan. I have created my own questions in all the sections. I am thinking of kind of doing that. करते हैं. ठीक है, चलो, bye bye. Go and study. No need to spend or waste a lot of time in talking. Okay. I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.